So welcome everyone. It's a nice turnout today. We looks like we have about 17 or 18 folks here. This is the Trusted Referral Network. We are a network of independent and small marketing agencies and consultants. I say independent. Most of us are solopreneurs up to, let's say, 20 people, and not typically part of any large agency. We do have one guest, Greg Markowitz, who stands out being a member of a 160-ish person agency, but all are welcome. Wow. We meet weekly, alternating between Wednesday mornings, so today 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, and Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. We try to have a showcase, which is 15 minutes. And today, Joan Abraham is going to be presenting a showcase on her work at Style Branding. Every member has an opportunity to sign up for a showcase. The showcase website is, or I should say, the sign-up sheet. I will put it in the chat. Give me a second. It is a sign-up zone link. That's the showcase link. And you can see, if you look at that, we've got showcases scheduled just through March 7th. So we have available openings starting March 15th, which is a Wednesday. And as I said, any member can sign up. And then we typically go around the screen, I guess, giving everybody 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how many people we have. Today, it looks like more like 2 minutes, or maybe a little bit less, to introduce ourselves, what we do, how we can help, what we're looking for, who we'd like to meet. And if there's anything particularly memorable about you or your business, that's always helpful. Standing out is the key to marketing, letting your brand shine. So with that, I will set the timer. You should see it in my window, but I'll also set it on my phone for 15 minutes. And I will let Joan take it away. When you share, Joan, did you click that check mark? Okay, wonderful.
I did. So hopefully, thank you for that. I never saw that before. So hello, everybody. As Michael just said, I'm Joni Abraham, and the name of my company is Style Branding, Inc. And we specialize in creating content for digital media, the social channels specifically. And the content is unique in that it's designed distinctly for the social channels. And we use the seduction of style and the power of video for daily engagement. And I have 3 samples to show you how I do that. And with the presentation, here's the first one. So we create these very short little videos. They're all original for the client. They're daily. They're produced to be used daily. And the focus is on entertainment rather than the sell, although the sell is very much embedded into each video. So we engage the audience through episodic storytelling. We develop characters, and every day or every other day, you get a new episode of what happens to these characters. And the characters are written into the voice of the target market of our clients. So I don't have to tell the group here, but basically you all know how valuable video is, especially in the social channels. Everybody's trying to use it. It's very expensive. we figured out a way to make it reasonable or affordable for a wide, broad spectrum of brands. Retail lifestyle brands is what we specialize in. And we all know that social media is the #1 marketing tool that everybody's using today. So the void we were trying to fill is how to have social content that's fresh daily, that's in video format, and captures attention through the video storytelling. Here's another sample. And what makes our videos distinctive? They're 30 to 40 seconds of stories. They contain original content that presents the product in a very stylized and unique manner. It's fresh content daily, as I explained, so it's not constantly repetitive the way commercials are. It's content that can be accurately measured by the client, and it is priced to be used in daily conversation. Here's another sample.
Oh, Brooklyn, great client.
So as you can see, we never mention the product per se in the storytelling, but the product is the star of the show. And we keep you engaged through the animation of the product, which doesn't come into full view till the end of the story. And then the client can link the stories back to the specific product. So how do we create engagement? We create engagement through the very stylized environment, the aspirational characters who create anticipation through the episodic storytelling. And these are all designed for social media. So it's not content that's used for something else and then used in the social channels. So it is designed to be used through the rhythm of social media. Brands that are looking or value distinction and style are the ones that I feel will be most attracted to this. This is designed to enhance the brand, no matter what their positioning is. So we can work with brick and mortar retail. We can work direct to consumer brands, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, home, appliances, virtually anything that's a lifestyle product. We can even do B2B, though our specialty is really B2C. Here's a third. So this is telling the continuing story of our characters, Henry and Chloe. So we package the stories in groups of 10. We sell the stories in groups of 10, and each package is $18,000 for 10 video stories. And what you get is you get the daily original stories, including the characters and the dialogue, animation of the product as the main visual, the star of the show, the music that ties all the elements together, and we offer discounts if you buy multiple months. We sell on a subscription basis. The characters are aspirational and designed to fit the brand, so the brand decides what type of characters they want in their story, what kind of music they want, and that's what directs the content to the specific market audience. These were some results we did of a campaign we did a couple of years ago. And it just shows the difference of when we use video and storytelling and an email to promote a local PBS show called Dance on Detroit. And these were the views without the VidBits 11, and with the VidBits, it was over 2,600. And even the engagements went from 7 clicks to 101 clicks. So it contains all of the elements that make social content interesting. It's video, it's storytelling, it's episodic, it's a very stylized environment. So we know that these are going to enhance an audience and the brand's character. The most valuable element in my company is my team. It's a very unusual mix of people. I have a writer from McCann Erickson that has done national television commercials and worked for many different major national clients. My artist is a recognized artist in Brooklyn, New York. He's got 2 pieces in MoMA. He does all the animation by hand so that the VidBits really project our individual style. And my project manager, who's our social media guru, of course, young and also very experienced as a project manager. My background is I developed fashion on video back in 1985. I did 2 shows for Oprah Winfrey, 2 fashion productions where I was given the whole hour. It was quite exciting and very, very successful to get retailers to advertise on television. I moved to New York to put fashion on video in 1987, and I was the first one to really put original fashion content on video. Now you see what's going on with fashion on video because it is so entertaining. And what we try and do is incorporate that seduction of style and fashion and make the focus on the entertainment rather than the sell. And that's what really sets us apart. And it sort of breaks down a lot of the approaches of traditional advertising. And as far as I know, we're pretty distinct in the marketplace. Right now, we're trying to launch the product. I'm looking for initial retailers that we'd like to offer these to. I'm at a point now where I'm even offering to do some for free because we need data on the responses in order to raise money for the company and get the ball rolling on the marketing. So if anybody is aware of any lifestyle retailers that would be interested in using this, I would be thrilled to talk to you. I just realized there's a slide missing that relates to the pricing. We encourage multiple month buys in the subscription. If you buy just 1 month, it's $18,000 for the 10 stories. If you buy 6 months, it's $12,000 a month for the 10 stories a month. And if you buy 12 months, it's $10,000 a month for the 10 stories. So the more time, the more commitment you make, the lower the price. I feel the price is very reasonable. I'd love your comments on what you think about the product and the price, and if anybody knows any interested retailers.
Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned it to somebody who's at a big cosmetics company. I think I'd love to send this to him if you could afford it to me. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. I will put the pricing slide in here. I don't know what happened to it, but I'll make sure it's in here and I'll be happy to send it to you.
Okay, wonderful. Questions for Joni? You could drop them in the chat or you could just chime in.
Yeah, Joni, hi. This is great. I mean, like Michael said, I know you and I had a chat recently, but this really kind of helps bring it to life. And I know somebody who's involved with a thing called the Midwest Fashion Show, where they put on all kinds of different shows and things. So if you could shoot me a copy of this as well, that would be great. Thanks.
Who is? I can't see who's talking.
Oh,
Greg?
it's Victor.
Victor. Victor. Hi, Victor.
Hi there.
Sure. And by the way, if you guys want to give me your personal emails, I'll put you on our list every Friday. We send out an episode to the story. or a comment about the VidBits. And this story is getting very interesting. I have to tell you, I'm very excited about the way it's coming out.
So David Libby asked, do you have a TikTok channel with your latest work?
We have a TikTok channel, and when we start running them on social, we will be running it on TikTok. They're geared for all this. There was one slide that talks about where they can be used, and they can be used in any digital arena, which is why it's so valuable. It can be used in store. It can be used in store windows. It's designed to engage. So you sort of look at the animation until the product forms. And I think that, it's a great representation of the product. That's really my expertise. Merchandising and promotion, entertaining the sale is what I've always said.
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the chat to see if there's any other questions in here.
In the meantime, I have a question, Joni.
Sure.
You talked about your engagement numbers. Do you measure engagement with the platform's tools, or do you have your own tools to measure what the response and the click-through rates are?
I don't have my own tools because the client really has to tell us what the data is, because they run it on their channels.
Got it. Okay, cool. It's really great stuff.
Oh, thanks.
And Jesse mentioned that in the chat that he knows many retail and fashion houses, and he'd be happy to chat. So you should definitely
I'm
connect with
really
him.
interested. I'm really interested.
Quick follow-up question to that. Please.
Follow-up question.
Sorry, so nice to meet everybody. So conditional logic, does your videos have that? Dynamics.
You'll have to tell me what that means.
So it's if this and that. So there's call to actions within the video so that it's very lined.
The video is designed for the client to put a direct link to the product on the back of the inside the video.
But it doesn't have a dynamic link. In other words, you can't just click on it. That's something that I don't think so. That's something actually John Parsons might be able to help out with if
Conditional logic is really key, especially at that level.
I was putting the email address at the end, and my kid said to me, you don't have to do that, because they'll put their link right in there and they can just, but John, I would love to talk to you about that, because first of all, we're going to have to constantly grow the concept. I see this getting into, sort of the virtual environment and NFTs, because sooner or later, I think once it gets in the market, the idea is going to be copied, because it took me 6 years to put all this together with the right balance in all the different areas of promotion, sell, product presentation, entertainment, etc.
Let's talk, Joni.
Yeah,
For sure.
All right. I am going to drop in the chat. Thank you so much, Joni. I'm going to drop in the chat the order in which more or less people showed up. And since we have a pretty big crowd today, it'll be a minute and a half. Joan, can you stop sharing?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. You mean you don't like looking at my beautiful logo?
I love it. But, so let's see, to everyone. I just put in, so David, Leslie, Russ, Andre. First of all, everybody take a look at what I just put in the chat. If you don't see your name in there, let me know. I will add it. I'm going to set a timer for 1:30. And everybody should just, as it's your turn, tell us again what you do. If you want to tell us where you're located, that's great. What your specialty is, how you can help. Again, if there's something that you can highlight that's memorable about you, that's always helpful. Whether it's a corny joke, whatever. And not everybody appreciates corny jokes like I do. But so David, then Leslie, then Russ. So David, also, if everybody would go on a mute, because I'm going to put it in speaker view so that the speaker will be recorded large screen. David, take it away.
Hey, Dave Nadell, Venture Media. I do digital marketing and strategy, just like the rest of you. I'm in New York. I think I've met a bunch of you before. Basically, I do measurement focused demand generation work and measurement focused usability design. So the thing that separates me, I think, from some folks is that I've kind of dived deep into the usability design. And I've worked on a bunch of projects and have sort of developed a usability design playbook, which can be scaled up or down depending on the client and works across a lot of different industries. I work with Andy Brennitz, who's on the call, and we've worked on some clients together. And I think I've worked with some other folks on the call, at least talked about some things. But that's what I do. I'm interested in all the new cool stuff, including generative AI. And since I do SEO work for clients as well, I've been trying to figure out how to do generative AI SEO. As everyone on this call knows, not really possible, but I'm seeing if any structured data, if leaning into structured data could possibly help with that. So
thank you so much. I wonder something to potentially present. So I'd love to hear you present on your playbook, by the way. And the other thing is, I think with the new search engines, AI-based search engines, content creation, it will be definitely affected, SEO content creation. Okay, Leslie, take it away. Are you there, Leslie?
Yes, I am
you
always the mute. This is my first time with y'all, and I'm not from, well, I am from the South, but y'all is kind of the new you guys. I'm an award-winning copywriter and creative director in the San Francisco Bay Area. I did not have to get up at 6 a.m. to make this call, which even surprised me. I've got experience in all business sectors. I've been doing this for a long time. Right now, not quite there yet. I'm still in the strategy phase of reformulating my business. I am helping companies tell their sustainability and social impact stories fearlessly. When you step out talking about what you're doing for the climate and for our people and for diversity and inclusion, you put a target on your back. And so it's very important not to do greenwashing, and to be authentic and to be absolutely truthful. The need to achieve net zero is upon us, truly. And the responsibility is going to lie directly on companies of all kinds, especially larger publicly held companies, although privately held companies will be doing their thing too. I have created a specialized alliance that helps medium to large companies respond successfully to market demand. Sometimes I've worked with a outdoor lifestyle company, and REI wanted to know what they're doing for sustainability. They'd not said one word about many manufacturing and other kinds of practices they've been doing for years.
I'm going to have to cut you off because we're at the end of the 1.5. So if other folks are also.
That was plenty.
Thank you. And if any other folks are involved in sustainability and environmental communication, obviously connect with Leslie. Obviously, she's also a talented writer. We will move on. So Russ Brisano, I think it's your second meeting, correct?
It is. So I'm Russ Brisano, and I am a graphic designer and website designer located in Delaware, that little tiny state that's way on the East Coast. I specialize in, well, from a website perspective, what makes me unique is I also can write HTML and CSS. So I do two types of web design. I do either WordPress, which for most of my small clients and medium-sized clients, I do websites for them. And then I have larger clients where all I do for them is their HTML and their CSS, and then they take it and do their back-end stuff and, make it do all the magic. From graphic design, I've done everything from working with small businesses to working with companies like ExxonMobil, BMW, Intel, XM Satellite Radio before they merged with Sirius, and a whole assortment of other companies. I work as either a freelancer or as directly with the client. So if you wanted to use me and resell the service, that's fine. You would be my point of contact, obviously. Yeah, I think that's about it. I also do illustrate, but it depends on what it is. I'm a little bit more picky about if I'm going to do an illustration or not.
Great. And a guitar player, clearly.
And a guitar player, yes.
All right. Andre Archambault.
Good morning, everybody. As Leslie noted, I'm pretty sure it's morning for everybody on this call. My name is Andre Archambault. I'm a sort of a Swiss Army knife for media, marketing, advertising, etc. I wrapped up about 2 months ago. I wrapped up an engagement with a Salesforce integrator, and while I am searching for my next full-time situation, I'm also engaged in seeking out consulting situations as well. So at the moment, and I've mentioned this on a few of the group calls here, I've partnered with a company called Otis.ai. We are a digital media advertising platform that uses AI to navigate digital and social media spend. I'm also helping an Irish-based music startup, basically helping them learn to, helping them to raise funds for launch. They've invented a platform that makes it easier for people to learn how to play music. And I put my details in the chat and look forward to catching up with everybody.
And for the younger folks in the group, those things behind him are LPs, correct?
Hey, listen, it was $1 billion sold in LPs last year.
Wow,
So
that's not
It's
bad.
big business, very big.
By the way, Andre, do you know Ben Siegel? He's
I don't
in,
think so.
All right, he's in digital media tech. And so there may be a connection there for Otis AI.
Cool, thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Andy, two Andys in a row, Andre and an Andy, and then David Libby. So Andy Brennitz.
All right. Good morning. Hello, everybody from Phoenix, Arizona. It's sunny and warm here. So if you're in New York or somewhere cold, don't be jealous. I am a brand and marketing strategy consultant and coach for ambitious, growth-minded companies that want to build a referable brand that attracts new customers like a moth to a flame. Something interesting about me, I led creative and brand at some pretty well-known brands like Gap and Banana Republic, National Football League, one of the big four accounting firms, KPMG. No, designing for accounting is not exciting, not as exciting as it sounds, and a whole bunch of other brands. I've also been teaching branding and marketing strategy for over 20 years at schools like Pratt Institute, MICA, and Columbia University. As fellow marketers, you all know that a business is about 5 times more likely to be remembered by a potential customer when its marketing has a consistent look and feel and tone of voice. And it's true that consistency adds to memorability. So if you ask a few people to name a logo they like, they're probably going to choose a brand that's associated with something they love and admire. That's because what makes the logo great is having a great brand behind it, not the other way around. We all know your logo is not your brand, it's the other way around, and really your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Great referrals for me right now would be business owners who tried to do their own marketing on their own, and it's not really working, and they have no idea why. They just don't know what we know. Well, I know why, and that's probably because their brand positioning and messaging is unclear. I can help them with that through coaching or consulting, and I can refresh their brand with clear positioning, messaging, and creative strategy that attracts new customers like a moth to a flame. I'm a former graphic designer, but I would love nothing more than to hand some of that design work off to someone like Russell. So I can work on the strategy. Again, I'm Andy Brennitz, and I firmly believe that design without strategy is just art.
Should be in a museum. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us again. David, Libby, then Jesse, and then John. David, Libby, take it away.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, Andy, but consistency. I think this is the first time I've worn a different shirt to this meeting in how many years, Anyways, yeah, we have a washing machine. That's important. We only meet once a week. So there's that. Hey, everybody, I'm David Libby with 2pins.com. I joke around way too much. Yeah, that'll be distracting for you too. So I run a B2B tech marketing agency. We specialize in public relations and content writing, B2B tech marketing, PR, and content. Yep. We work with artificial intelligence clients and cloud computing and big data and a lot of emerging technologies, startups and midsize, but all the blah, blah. There's a couple of things I want to mention. First of all, your network is only as good as how you work it. So I have a lot of folks in my network. I've been doing this for close to 30 years. So please connect on LinkedIn. If you see somebody in my network that you want to get introduced to, let me know. If you want to advance our relationship, I have a little form you can fill out, and then I'll know all about you. And then I'll start making introductions to folks. So my contact information is on the right side. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area too, Leslie. Yay. And it's not going to be freezing here, and we should connect because I've been in the environmental technology business also since 2009. So
Absolutely, David. Wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, on different sides of the bay, but that's not too hard to resolve.
I'm in the outer East Bay if you're a Star Wars fan, and we're just east of Oakland, the outer rim.
If you guys want to have a trusted referral network meetup in the Bay Area, I will come from New York and join you.
Wow. Impressive.
Right. It's beautiful today. And I'm in Marin, David.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's quite possible to meet.
Jesse, as a guest, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Hello, everybody. So, a little exercise here. A raise of hand. Who's ever watched the TV show Undercover Boss? Good, some of you. So, we are a business advisory firm, and I say advisory. We're not consultants and we're not coaches. We are a boutique advisory firm called Ask Us XYZ, and we help companies be in the know. We're based out of Philadelphia, but we play national. What we have built is, after years of working at high-level corporate America companies, what we call a business checkup. This evaluates companies, their product, their people, and their process, just to name a few. And we help the companies truly understand all the different things that they're not aware of in their company that are either missing or not doing. Sometimes it's as simple as communication. Other times they're just missing the mark with their branding or their marketing or cybersecurity. One of our greatest features is that when we partner with companies, we truly partner. I mean, you're a B2B. We don't just partner with you, but we partner with your clients and customers as well. I am actually here looking for a couple key anchor partnerships. Firms roughly between 5 and 25 people that play on a national level across industries. And I'll put that in the chat. Michael, thank you for having me. Jesse, be in the know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Philadelphia, that's where I went to school. Did you say Philly? You did say
Yes,
Philly.
sir.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us. John Parsons, you are up.
It's Michael. I've been here enough times, so I'm not going to do my whole spiel. I'm a nonfiction ghostwriter by night, and by day, I am the sales guy for our little video marketing studio. I just came out with a book I worked on AI that came out yesterday, and I don't have my copy yet, so I can't brag about it on the screen. Our video studio specializes in basically HTML5 based interactive video that doesn't require an underlying interactivity platform. And I put my information in the chat. You can check it out. But my ask for you guys is, if we're connected on LinkedIn, or if you want to be connected on LinkedIn, send me a post or something interesting that I can repost to my guys, to my network. I'd love to spread the word. I'd love to pay it forward to you guys, and because this is such a great network. So anything you have in the way of a LinkedIn post that I can repost, have at it.
Thank you. And Jesse, you had asked a question about interactive video to Joan, I believe.
Yeah.
And John's platform is very unique in that it's a very light platform, inexpensive, and does enable you to, interact with the video. because it's
Ah,
more than just the
perfect.
video
Yeah,
asset.
basically,
check it out.
if you have a YouTube or Vimeo account, a baseline Vimeo account, we can do the branching and the hotspots and the interactivity on top of that. So give me a call.
Very cool. Okay.
Oh,
Next
John,
up,
we have to talk.
yes,
that-
two of you different. Next up, I'm sorry, it was
Mindy?
Mindy. Yes, Mindy, you're up.
Yes, hi, nice to meet everybody. I'm Mindy Anderson. I've been in marketing for 22 years, and the past year I've been a fractional CMO. I have been working for huge companies like Citibank and helped them rebrand to Citi, and then spent the past 13, 14 years working for EY, Big Four as well, and running their global go-to-market strategy. And then I kind of found myself in SaaS and software, and then after being part of the layoffs that I think marketing and HR typically are faced with, like I said, I moved into fractional CMO work the past year and a half, where I've been really driving the marketing strategy and scaling companies very aggressively by aligning with the CEO and chief revenue officers or chief sales officers to get on the same page. And marketing and sales should not be like this. They should be like this. And that's really what I do. I make sure we bridge the gap. I make sure the company gets out of the riptide and can get to the North Star. And I do that also by being an EOS implementer. And that creates accountability and profitability for the company on an annual basis. Right now, I am building my pipeline. So very much looking for new accounts and new clients to really help them scale up in a profitable, meaningful way that aligns to their buyers.
Good timing. And Mindy and I met, I think, through Serial Marketer Slack channel. And where are you based again, Mindy?
We moved out of Long Island 2 years ago to Central PA. We're in a little country town called Dillsburg.
Right. I did look it up. Escaped the madness of the city in Long Island or whatever. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to come back, you're welcome to come back. If you want to join, let me know. Jeff Strauss, the Just Case Studies man. Are you there, Jeff? Where is he?
He's there.
Jeff, maybe you're on mute.
Yeah.
I'll reset it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Apologize for that. But yeah, so that was some great marketing I did last year. I really enjoyed doing that. Got myself to be the case study guy. The business is Just Case Studies. The book is the book on case studies. This year, I am currently under investigation by the Department of Defense. So that's new since the last time I was here. I had so much fun last year writing that book on case studies that I decided this year I'm going to niche down my target market to high-tech companies and try to help them tell their stories using case studies. So I'm currently working on another book, and this book is going to be the book on quantum computing. And so in my outreach to people who know about this stuff, I have been in contact with researchers, some of which are working at universities where the funding is coming from the government, and they will not let me get within 10 feet of their researchers without doing some background. So that's why the DoD is checking me out these days. So yeah, later this year, I hopefully will be not only the guy that wrote the book on case studies, I'll be the guy that wrote the book on quantum computing. And the beauty part of the way I'm doing the research is I know a lot about it, but I don't have to because I'm reaching out to everybody from PhDs to undergrads to researchers to professionals at all levels and getting the responses. I'm just going to throw that all into the pot and see what comes out.
Interesting. Yeah, I think there's a lot of confusion around quantum computing. People don't, like me, don't understand really how it works. But thank you so much.
It's really interesting stuff. It's just a whole new way of doing it.
Yes, a very different way. All right. I want a quantum computer on my desktop. Maybe my Zoom won't crash as often. All right, Mark Harry, then Christina, then Faith.
I am Mark Harry. SEO Game offers a service called performance-based rank delivery. We work on any website that deserves to be on the first page of Google. And I call it a test drive. The digital marketers that I work with call it basically a trial. what I do best is I'm on a mission to deliver amazing results for every website that I work on for the agency level as a white label provider. I'm looking to have more discovery calls with any digital marketer, especially those who just want to grow their business, get maybe double their clients this year, and I can show them how. Let's do a discovery call and connect on the chat. I put my Calendly link in there. If you're a digital marketer, you should check it out right now. Thank you.
Wonderful. And you do a lot of white labeling, very cost effective. People make a ton of money marking up your work.
That's
So everybody should know Mark if they need some SEO resources. All right. I think it was Christina, then Faith. Christina, you're up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Hagopian. I own a graphic design and creative direction company. We're celebrating 20 years. And this past year, I just closed 2 new pieces of business. I'm creating a microsite and creating a whole creative direction piece for Pepsi, celebrating their healthcare their healthcare workers in hospitals, and working with an agency to do all these prizes and making sure that their break rooms are like the most celebrated places for them to feel really good. And it's great to be back with them. I had a 5-year retainer with them doing all of their emails, so it's always nice to circle back with an old client. I also am an email expert, and I'm helping a client who is a nonprofit try to obtain donations for the first time for their organization. I'm partnering with Howard Levy. I think you might know him, Michael, as a nonprofit strategist and expert, and we're basically going through all of their marketing efforts and creating a whole strategy on how to upsell and really move the needle for their donations. So those are 2 areas that have been really meaningful for me. You know, sometimes when you reach 20 years, you decide where can you grow and also have your work more fulfilling. And I'm finding that this nonprofit space and in combination working with big corporations to do good is feeling really right for me right now. So, and not only creating beautiful graphics, but having a meaningful content as well.
Thank you so much. And I know Christina has done work in the past, not only with Pepsi, but fashion and beauty, really amazing stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some of my current clients that could be good for Joan, because I don't dabble in social media at all. I have stayed clear of social. I can't keep up. So it's good to know of other people that are doing that work, so I could pass that off to Joan. I'll definitely keep you in mind.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
There's a member of the group, Stylistic group,
Yes, Patia.
Patia, Abdul Razak, something. It's a longer name than it used to be. She's somebody who does social media in the fashion world.
Yeah, that would be a good connection for you.
And she's in the group. She's not active, but if you look under Stylista on the site, you'll find her contact information.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Moving on, Faith, then Roger, then Greg. Faith, take it away.
Good.
Faith, there you go.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. Hi, my name is Faith Thomas. I'm speaking to you from my mansion on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. But frequently I speak to you from my garage in Wilmington, Delaware. And I'd be delighted for the government to send someone over and go through everything there, because and Russ, I'll talk with you later offline because we're neighbors. I'm essentially a copywriter. I also do brand strategy. I was on staff at 3 of the large corporate identity consulting firms and went on my own in 1990. And my business has evolved into copywriting, name development, and some brand strategy planning. My strength is getting to the point very quickly and efficiently. So that lends itself to name development as well as web writing. And I work both directly with clients and as a subcontractor to other agencies of all kinds, and very closely with graphics designers because I enable them to present more to their clients than just the visuals. I provide words on the page. So I put my contact in the chat and I'm happy to meet with anybody. And I'm a generalist, so I do everything from cookies and cakes to insurance, and look forward to keeping in touch with everyone.
Thank you so much, Faith. All right, moving on. Let's see. It would be Roger Brooks, then Greg Markowitz, then Victor. Roger.
Morning all. I'm the third Bay Area person on the screen here. Leslie and I met, I think about 2 or 3 months ago out here. She literally lives a mile and a half from me. So we're up in Marin. My gig is marketing research. I've been doing it for quite a while. I moved out of the corporate world about 2 years ago. In that world, I worked at LinkedIn and YouTube, and also on the agency side or research provider side with major marketing research companies. Conducted a lot of international research. So clients were Google and Facebook and companies like that, a lot of agencies. Well, they're not going to work with me now. I'm a one-person operation. So my targets are startups still are a key target for me because I helped actually launch a startup years ago. And the key part of that was doing the initial focus groups and the follow-on quantitative research to evaluate the new product concept to see the extent to which it had legs and what the demand was and what the key purchase and trial drivers were. So startups, small businesses, nonprofits, I spent the better part of last year working with one, helping leveraging research to inform their strategic plan. And then my passion is the wine industry. So I've been working on that for kind of diligently for the last couple of years. Hard space to get into, but they need market research or consumer research just like anybody else. So the reason I joined the group is just to, explore some possible partnerships with members. Obvious partners with me are anybody who's involved with brand or product development. Those were my key clients internally at LinkedIn and YouTube. So those kinds of partnerships, I think, could be very synergistic. So that's me, and look forward to networking with folks in the group.
Thank you so much. And one of the few marketing research people in the group. Let's see, Greg Markowitz, then Victor, then Keith.
Good morning, everybody. Greg Markowitz with Breakthrough Digital. I am based in today, sunny and warm at Morristown, New Jersey. Going to be 64 degrees in February. I don't know what the hell's going on, but here we are. Breakthrough Digital differentiates itself in this marketing space by, we don't have any minimum spends. We make $1 work like 10. We will work with the small business and all the way up to the larger businesses, colleges, universities, IT firms across the nation. And the reason we're successful in doing that, we don't believe in a one size fits all approach. Everything we do here is custom. So anybody I meet with, you're getting a custom quote. You tell me what the goal is and I'll tell you how to get there. Whether it's building your brand, getting your name out there, whether it's form fills on your site, phone calls, e-commerce sales, you tell us, and then we're charged with coming up with the strategy and then implementing and tracking it for you. Greg Markowitz, Breakthrough Digital, and look forward to connecting with you guys. Also looking to add a few white label partners in 2023. So look forward to that.
When you say white label partners, are you saying you will white label their services or they will white label your services?
Great question. They will white label mine. We do not do any white labeling here.
Okay. Victor Lee, then Keith, then Ram, then Rajiv.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everybody. Nice to see everybody this morning. I'll keep this quick because I see that the clock is inexorably ticking down. So what I do, my business is all about connecting. I connect interesting people with interesting opportunities. and create transactions. So I think I've met most of the folks here. Anybody I haven't, I'd love to connect with. Some of the folks, we've done some transactions with them, and that's been a lot of fun. So along those lines, I have a webinar coming up in about 2 weeks where we're going to try to help people with their networking, with connecting, with LinkedIn. It's called Future Proof Your Career in a Changing World of Work. And so John Parsons, thank you so much for that very generous offer. I will take you up on that because we're also looking for people to partner with to help us promote the event. And we are offering a rev share with anybody who'd like to work with us, where anybody they send to us gets a 50% discount on the admission price, and the partner who sends us to them gets a 50% rev share of whatever they generate. So John, I'll reach out to you, and I would be happy to talk to anybody else on this call about that as well, especially because it's such a well-connected group. Thanks a lot.
So there's 2 people that you should reach out to. Darcy Bevilacqua. Do you know Darcy?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, you follow up with me.
Yeah, that's great.
And
Thanks,
the other
Michael.
is the other is my ex-wife who's in the career development space.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
All right.
I know that
Thank you.
feeling.
Let's see, Victor, Keith, take it away. Keith Reynolds started sharing his screen. Double click, enter. Okay.
There we go. I had 2 things to do: unmute and share this. So my name is Keith Reynolds. I was working with Rochelle, who's in this group, and she encouraged me to just show myself for what I am. I'm a marketing geek, and she said, "You've been tested for marketing geekness," and I tested positive for finance, technology, and economics. And I love thought leadership around the intangible. And I've been taking companies to market around the idea of a content hub, which is concentrating both physically and virtually the concept that you're trying to take to market, and then having a process by which to do so. And just recently, I published a white paper about the need for a chief content marketing officer. And that's somebody who's focused on performance, not the messaging or production of the content, but the performance of the content. And it was amazing to me to find out, in a world where Mark Schaefer calls out content shock, less than 60% of companies even have a content strategy. And so this is how I train my customers as a fractional CMO to use thought leadership and get it to market. And thought leadership's the pointy tip of the spear. I don't know if I'm running out of time, but my ask is
your time's up.
My ask is to meet with CEOs and sales leaders who want to use thought leadership to build relationships and fill their pipeline. Thank you.
Thank you. Ron Hubsher, then Rajiv, and then I will try to squeeze myself in. Ron, you're up.
Yeah, I feel like it's office space. We want to make sure Michael gets his piece of cake, so I'll be really quick. I'm Ron Hubsher. How many people can relate to the fact that a client may call you up and keep squeezing you for discounts? You think you might have a closed deal, they may call you on a Friday and say, hey, we need to shave some off of the price. Hence the picture of the person getting squeezed for price. And if anybody has a good picture of a woman getting squeezed for price, please send it over to me. We specialize in negotiation training, so you can reduce discounting, command price premiums, and increase your close rates and reduce the sales cycle. Happy to do pro bono work for anybody on the TRN network. I've known Michael for 30 plus years. He's an amazing guy. And ideal clients for us or anybody who's in business to business sales, we skew towards technology, but we do anybody in the business to business sales space. So appreciate it. And I'll pass it on to the next. I think it's the assassin.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Rajiv, we are getting to the top of the hour, but go for it.
Okay, yes, I'll keep it brief. As you can see, I'm an assassin. Yes, that's right. What do? I delete, destroy, obliterate, take out all the bad from the internet. Why? Because all that bad is keeping good people like you away from awesome businesses like you. And that's the reason why I do what I do. So I delete bad press from Google, bad reviews from Google My Business or any other place where reviews are, as well as deleting scandal that may appear on Google as well. We can delete videos from TikTok or Instagram, tweets from Twitter, content from practically anywhere, deleting mugshots or any other kind of shots that people find irksome. And yeah, that's what I do. And my details are in the chat. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Back to you,
Thank you so
Michael.
much. Yes, now is a good time, even while I'm talking, to download the chat. I'll give myself the 1.5 minutes. So my name is Michael Bendit. My core business is representing software development teams. So I've got about a dozen teams that I represent. I sell their expertise. About 60 or 70% of our work is in the marketing world. We do a lot of work with other digital agencies. So white labeling our services, or they're white labeling our services. Because to be quite frank about it, building, doing the programming is not necessarily the most glamorous thing. It's a real pain. People get very frustrated by it, and they'd rather be doing some of the more sexy stuff, the design, the strategy, the advertising. And so they outsource to us because they don't have those skills in-house, or they need extra people, right? There's even good programmers. You might have a good programmer or two in-house, but sometimes they run out of bandwidth, or they don't have the skills for a particular technology or platform that one of my teams could supplement or complement their team with. So always love to talk to digital agencies. That's, I guess, part of the reason why I started this network, besides wanting to connect with people and help other marketers out. If you know of other marketers, small agencies, small consultants who might want to be part of this network, please tell them about it and send them my way. And that'll be it. Thank you so much all for coming and for sticking out, for those of you who were able to stick it out the entire time. If our guests are interested in talking about becoming a member, please contact me. Go to chat now and download by clicking on the bottom left, those 3 dots. Save chat is the first menu item. Now's a good time to do that. You'll capture everything that people have dropped into the chat, including their LinkedIn profiles. So our next meeting is, of course, next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. You will be getting a link or an invite, and also the newsletter with all the info. Thanks so much, and have
Great
a wonderful
meeting.
day.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you. Always
Michael.
love your meetings.
Thank you, Joan. Great presentation.
Thanks for all the help, you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, John, for
Good luck,
presenting.
Joan.
Thanks.